Oh, hi there. Didn't see ya. Welcome to another fun and exciting edition of the Flash in the Pan Macedonian Cultural Center Cooking Show. We have an audience today, but we're actually in business today. The hall's opened up. We got stuff going on. I'm making soup, I'm making sauces, all kinds of fun stuff. Today we're going to be focusing on we're still working on this Italian event night that we have, and I think, Tiff, what is it, October 23rd? So it is actually a go for October 23rd. Choice of 3 different Italian items. We did the steak Siciliano last week. We're also going to be doing the fish one, the cod with the Italian vegetables, a really nice saute one. We're going to be doing that one for you Wednesday. Today we're going to do the chicken Parmesan. This is super easy. Anybody can do this one. We start with a nice fresh chicken breast over here. I go with the little 4 ounce. They're already cleaned and segmented out. Very nice. Same ones we use in the hall. I'm going to get my famous Chicarder to tenderize. You just slam through that meat and it keeps it nice and uniform, and it tenderizes it by cutting through some of the tendons. All right, so otherwise, you can take this plastic wrap and you can put it right on top of the chicken breast. Tenderizing hammer, and just pound down through there just like this. That also works as well. So chicken Parmesan is super easy, old world Italian treat. I don't even think it was invented in Italy. I think it's one of those American Italian things where you just take a bunch of stuff that sounds Italian and throw it all together. Regardless, it tastes delicious. Okay, so basically you're gonna need to do the same thing we did with the steak Siciliano. You gotta come up with an egg wash, flour dredge, and we're going to use Italian breadcrumbs. You can also use Japanese breadcrumbs, panko. They're a little crispier, but for this one we're going to stick traditionally to the old classic. Some people like to add water to that. Some people can add a little cream. I'm just going to leave the eggs straight up like that. Next, I'm going to get a bowl for the Italian breadcrumbs, and I like using Progresso. The brand names don't bug me one bit. And the routine, as always, is you got your flour dredge, you got your, what is that? Egg wash, right, Tim? Come on, I'm seeing if you're paying attention. And then you got your breadcrumbs right there. Okay, now I'm gonna put some gloves on. Typically you only need gloves when you're cooking stuff that's ready to eat, like salads, vegetables, whatever, just to be safe. But you can also use the gloves to keep your hands from getting excessively dirty when you're doing sloppy things like this. We wanna take this chicken breast, put it in the flour, make sure that it's coated entirely. It's already been tenderized. You're going to be amazed at how delicious this is when it's all said and done. Shake the excess off and go right into the egg wash. Wipe off the excess. Make sure there's no dry spots on there. Sometimes you get a dry spot. And then pop that right into the breadcrumb. There you go. Look at that. Nice and coated. Pat them breadcrumbs on there. Next, we're going to make sure we go over to our skillet. To test that, you just throw a little bit of breadcrumbs. See a little bit of sizzle in there. All right, so you just drop that in there. Ooh, look at that nice little sizzle. I like to cook these partially in the pan. So then just flip them over, and you got that nice perfect color on there. You see, but if you go too long with this, you're going to get burnt chicken, burnt crust. You don't want that. You don't want to go too hard. So we get a cookie sheet. This is a little large, but we're in an industrial kitchen. You're probably gonna have a smaller one. Spray it down with some non-stick coating. Drain the oil off of those. Place it right on the cookie sheet. Now here's where the magic is. You're gonna finish that in the oven to 165 degrees and no more than that. And then you just pop it in that oven, 350 degrees. I'd say probably about, 6 minutes? So, just checking up on this chicken right now. We're at, 159, 0.5, 0.7. So that needs a couple more minutes. That thing's slowing down on that temp. We're getting close to 165. In just a second now, I'm gonna pull these out because there's another step. So, remember when I said 165? Well, here's the trick to this. Take this nice hot marinara, just a little bit, and ladle it over the top of that chicken. Just a little for flavor, right? Then, you're gonna take cheese, cover that whole thing up, just like that. A nice provolone. You can use mozzarella cheese, you can use Parmesan cheese, whatever kind of cheese you want to use. I'm gonna put this back in the oven. It was at 159, it's probably at 160 right now. When these get melted down, temp it again. We pull it 165 degrees and we're almost ready to eat. All right guys, so the cheese is melting up really nice. I'm gonna temp this one more time and see if we're at 165. And there we go, just 162, 163, 165, and it has to maintain 165 for 10 seconds. 166, we're there. So now we're gonna plate this thing up. Typically for something like this, you're gonna have a side of pasta, you're gonna have vegetables, green beans. I'm just showing you the entree today. We don't have a lot of time. We're busy putting out a couple events. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the plate here, the dinner plate, and I always like to put a little bit of sauce on the bottom, right in the center, okay? See like that? Awesome. We take this chicken breast here. Now this is a huge order, so this is for Grandpa Stoichko. He likes to eat a lot, and I'm gonna give him 2. Now you got the 2 chicken breasts covered with cheese. So I got the 2 chicken breasts laid down on top of the sauce, and now I'm gonna cover it with a little bit more sauce. Just like that, just so you can see everything. The cheese, the chicken, a little bit extra sauce right there, a little bit more cheese. Remember, we don't do diet food here. We do happy food here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and toss a little bit of green on there. Look how pretty that is. You'd be proud to serve that to your mom. All right, and as you know, I have to taste this. Here in the kitchen, we always taste as we go. We gotta make sure everything tastes right before the guest gets it. Always, and you do that yourself. I'm really kind of excited about this one. Oh, look at all that cheese. This goes definitely against my diet. Wow, you guys, seriously, you're gonna wanna give us a call prior to October 20th and set up your dinner choices. Again, we're gonna be going with 3 items: the steak Siciliano, the chicken Parmesan, and the Italian cod. It's going to be served with the penne Alfredo. It's going to be served with Italian green beans and a really nice roll, dinner roll. And again, thank you for joining us. I'm going to go back to eating this. I think I'm going to eat the entire thing myself. Take care, guys. I'm busy right now. We got to get back to real cooking.